If you want a prepper pantry that lasts decades, not years, then this is where you start. These are the 15 foods that last 20, 25, 30 plus years. And we're ranking them all the way from the least powerful to the one food that gives you the most calories, nutrition, and versatility for your dollar. And believe me, when we hit the top 4, you're going to want to make sure they're in your pantry. Welcome to Asymmetrical Preparedness. I'm Michael, and I've been prepping for over 20 years. From off-grid living, to participating in disaster and emergency response, to earning my bachelor's degree in Homeland Security. I've learned what actually works over the long haul and what is just hype. And this is the Prepper Pantry Playbook, Part 2, where you and I build a long-term food system that is smart, simple, and stress-free. So here's the deal. We're ranking these foods on 3 things that actually matter in real-world emergencies and disasters. Calories per dollar, nutritional value, and versatility. This means that the foods that rise to the top don't just last a long time, they'll give you real staying power. And the closer we get to number 1, the more powerful each food becomes. So stick with me to the end. There's one food in this list that shocked even me when I ran the numbers. Starting off with number 15, dehydrated celery, carrots, and onions. These don't bring many calories to the table, but they do bring minerals, micronutrients, and morale. Carrots have beta-carotene for immune support. Celery has potassium for hydration balance. And onions, well, they taste great and they have antimicrobial compounds. These last 25 plus years when packaged and stored properly, and they turn survival staples into real meals. You'll thank yourself later when your beans and rice have some flavor. And if you want a long-term food that brings protein into the mix, number 14 is the cheapest way to do it, but not necessarily the best way to do it. Number 14, TVP, or textured vegetable protein. Yeah, it's mostly soy, which, I don't really care for. But if you're vegetarian, vegan, something like that, it might be a good option. It has decent protein and it's low in fat. That's all I can say about that, really. But number 13 is one that can totally change your pantry and how you prepare your meals. It adds something that a lot of preppers forget, and you'll definitely miss it when the time comes for it. Number 13 is butter powder, but there's a catch. It has to be low fat or non-fat because fat is what goes rancid. This low fat, non-fat version will last 15 to 25 years, and it will really help avoid food fatigue. It provides flavor and supports baking and comfort foods, which when stuff falls apart, yeah, we're going to be very thankful for that comfort. Just a spoonful makes mashed potatoes better, bread richer, and rice dishes more comforting. And number 12 is where it really starts getting good. This is the first food on the list that brings major nutritional value and still lasts for decades. So now we're getting to those foods that really pack a big nutritional punch. Number 12 is freeze-dried fruit. And this is way more important than a lot of preppers realize. They're high in vitamin C for immune support. They have natural sugars for fast, clean energy, fiber for digestion, and antioxidants. These last 25 to 30 plus years, and they give you energy to get the job done. Strawberries, apples, blueberries, they all rehydrate well, or, you can just eat them as they are. Speaking of nutrition, number 11 takes the idea of healthy long-term food even further. And it plays a huge role in keeping your body running properly. Freeze-dried vegetables sit at number 11 because they bring long-term micronutrients to your pantry. They have lots of vitamins and fiber. These aren't calorie foods, these are body maintenance foods. They help keep your digestion and metabolism stable. If you've been waiting for the first real protein source, number 10 is where that begins. And it's one of the most valuable foods that you can ever store. Freeze-dried meats land at number 10. And this is one of the strongest additions you can add to any long-term pantry. Meat has protein, B vitamins, iron, and zinc. These last 25 to 30 plus years and turn bland meals into yummy ones. And when you're stressed, working hard, very active, your body burns through protein fast. And this is how you replenish it. And trust me, if freeze-dried meat is only number 10, you know how powerful this list gets from here. Number 9 is potato flakes, and they're way more useful than most people think. Clean carbs for energy, potassium for electrolyte support, resistant starch for gut health, and they're easy to digest. These last 25 to 30 plus years and are one of the least expensive sources of calories that you can buy. Mashed potatoes, thickeners, casseroles, they pretty much do it all. Once you understand how powerful number 8 is, you will never leave it out of your pantry again. Number 8 is non-fat powdered milk. And this one is sneaky powerful. Most people just don't realize how actually powerful it is. It has protein, calcium for your bones, and usually vitamin D. The key here again is non-fat because fat is what goes rancid. You can use it to make breads, biscuits, pancakes, creamy soups, or in your cereal, breakfast items, or just drink it. If you have kids, this one goes from optional to essential. And wait till you see number 6. It's one of my favorite foods. Rolled oats land at number 7. This is one of the most underrated long-term survival foods that you can store. It's high in fiber, has complex carbs for sustainable energy, B vitamins, and a little bit of protein. A bowl of oats can carry you a surprisingly long way on a tough day. Oats can be used as cereal, granola, added to breads, cookies, used as thickeners, or ground into flour. Here comes one of my favorite foods. Number 6, pasta. Cheap, filling, and versatile. Pasta is a great source of energy through carbohydrates. Has B vitamins and digests easily. If you want to feed your family fast, pasta gives you a reliable, no-brainer meal. Throw in some of the previously mentioned foods like meat, vegetables, butter powder, or some of that bouillon from my last Prepper Pantry video, and you have a really yummy meal. The top 5 on this list are serious must-have foods in your pantry. So now we're getting to the real power foods. Number 5 is quinoa, and it doesn't get talked about enough in the prepper world. Quinoa has a powerful protein profile. It contains all 9 essential amino acids. It has twice the minerals of most grains, lower glycemic load for stable energy, and is a great option for gluten-free meals. Quinoa gives you protein, minerals, and energy all in one shot. It cooks fast, tastes good with almost anything, and stores well. When paired with quinoa, number 4 creates the most powerful prepper meal. Lentils are number 4, and they offer up protein in spades for a very low cost. Lentils are high in protein and fiber. They also have iron and magnesium, and they cook way faster than standard beans. Use them in soups, stews, curries, or mix with rice or quinoa for some amazing meals. Good old beans come in at number 3, and for good reason. They're one of the best foods that you can store long term. Pinto, black, navy, garbanzo, there's a lot of options. They are high in protein and fiber, and have iron, magnesium, and potassium. Prepare them with rice and or quinoa. Use them in soups or stews, pretty much anything. Also, don't forget those beans that come from the store, those are seeds. You can plant them and grow more. Number 2 has been a staple for many cultures throughout history, and it is hard red or white wheat. Wheat is a legend in long-term food storage. Wheat has protein, carbs, fiber, iron, and zinc. Can be ground into flour, cooked up as it is, or sprouted to exponentially increase its nutritional value. Viable wheat has been found in over 3,000-year-old Egyptian tombs, proving that it lasts. If you know anything about prepping, you've probably figured out what number one is based on the list so far. Number one, yes, of course, it's white rice. Massive calories for your dollar, and has easy to digest carbohydrates and protein, and is the perfect base for so many meals. White rice lasts for 30 plus years or a lot longer, and it pretty much pairs with almost every meal out there. This is the foundation of your long-term pantry, not because it's flashy, but because it works. Now you know the foods that build the backbone of a smart, long-term prepper pantry. Next Sunday, in part 3 of the Prepper Pantry Playbook, we're talking about the prepper pantry mistakes that can ruin your food storage plan. No fear, just simple fixes that you can start today. If you would like to build a survival kit, you can follow the first link in the description below and snag my free survival kit ebook. So thank you very much for allowing me to be part of your day. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.